Long ago, in a village in Lancashire, in the north of England, named Mumby, a farmer purchased a plot of land which he was planning to use to grow crops. The farmer paid a visit to his new plot and began to cultivate it in preparation for his crops. Just as he was starting, a short, hairy creature ran over, a boggart.
"What do you think you're doing?"
it said, and was obviously fuming.
"Well, I've just bought this land, and I intend to farm it."
The farmer responded, and continued his work.
"No,
The boggart said, and knocked the farmer's tools from his hands.
this land belongs to me. Anything grown here is mine."
The farmer pondered a moment on the situation. He was cunning and quickly came up with a plan.
"How about this?
He said,
If you let me plant my crops on this land, then you're entitled to half of whatever I manage to grow here."
The boggart stroked his hairy chin, and then snapped his fingers and pointed at the farmer.
"Agreed."
The farmer smiled.
"Right then, to make this fair, do you want the half of the crop that grows above ground or below?"
He asked. The boggart stroked his chin again.
"I will have the half from below the ground."
The farmer was left alone to farm the plot. Over the coming weeks, he sowed the land with barley. Harvest came around, and the boggart and the farmer met again to reap their rewards. The farmer was piling up all of the barley that he had grown, while all the boggart had was the stubble left behind.
"Dirty trick.
He was grumbling.
Next time, I'm taking the crops above ground for my half."
"Fair enough."
The farmer agreed, and waved to the boggart as he left with his harvest. The following year, the farmer sowed the plot with potatoes. Harvest came around again, and he was laughing to himself as he pulled his huge potato crop from the ground. The boggart was left with nothing. He was seething with anger and glaring at the farmer collecting his crop. He marched over.
"You sneak. This is my land, and I want half."
"Okay,
The farmer responded.
next year we'll start at opposite ends of the land and harvest half of everything each, meeting in the middle. How's that?"
The offer seemed fair to the boggart, and so he nodded in agreement and walked away. On the third year, the farmer sowed the land with wheat. It grew wonderfully, and the night before they were due to harvest, he snuck down to the plot and stuck iron rods into the ground along the side that the boggart would be starting. In the morning, they met and shook hands.
"Look at this crop."
The farmer beamed. The boggart grinned and was eager to get started. The farmer pointed to either side.
"If you start over there, I'll start this side, and we'll meet in the middle, keeping whatever we each harvest."
The boggart gave a nod, and they headed to the opposite sides of the wheat. The boggart began to reap, but his scythe soon became blunted on the iron rods that the farmer had hid in the crop. The farmer managed to harvest almost the entire field by the time the boggart had barely got through a single row. The boggart gathered his meagre yield and stormed off. The farmer never saw him again.